welcome to the program. I'm Ellie Young. Palma, capital of Spanish island Majorca, which is located in the western Mediterranean, is renowned for its history, which dates back to the 13th century. Since the 1950s, Majorca has proven to be a very popular tourist destination among Europeans due to the gorgeous sunny weather and tranquil environment. Being the main centre for tourism, Palma's tourism industry already accounts for 80% of Majorca's GDP. Just to provide you with an idea, some of the key attractions that Palma already has to offer are a variety of beaches, heritage buildings, cathedrals and forts, a range of shopping and entertainment precincts, hiking and mountain drives through the various ranges. With a numerous array of tourist activities already available within the intermediate and surrounding areas, the proposal of a new resort development understandably is under scrutiny between developers and local community members. To provide us with a more detailed insight into the project development, we are joined today by Lauren Tate, developer from Copeland Development Company, and Rebecca Martin, one of Palma's local residents. Welcome to the program, ladies. Now, I'd like to start with you, Lauren. What can you tell us about this new resort that you're proposing?
Hi Ellie, thanks for having me. What I can tell you is that in no time it will be the best resort in Palma. Just kidding. But we do intend to give our guests a one-of-a-kind experience in our brand new luxurious resort, 5-star resort. At Seabreeze Resort, our guests will have the relaxation holiday of a lifetime, enjoying the 2 pools, one overlooking the beautiful Mediterranean coastline, our 3 on-site restaurants that will offer you cultural delicacies that we to die for. Other facilities also include a beautiful day spa for those who just want to relax that little bit more, a tennis court and a driving range. The resort will be located outside the city in the residential areas, which will give our guests some peace and quiet away from the city, but will also allow themselves to fully immerse themselves in the local culture. The resort will also be offering many cultural experiences, including classes and demonstration of the local arts, including traditional dances, glass blowing, leatherware and weaving. There will also be daily tours around the local community guided by locals to inform our guests about the local culture and historical sites.
Wow, it sounds incredible, but does Palma really need another resort? Doesn't it already have plenty?
Even though there are already plenty of hotels and resorts available for guests in Palma, Palma is still experiencing a massive boost in tourism that they need to accommodate for. The most recent statistics from 2015 and 16 show that by the end of October 2016, 26.4 million people passed through Palma's airport that year. This figure is up by 4 million from the year before. The Spanish Tourism Accommodation Federation, CHAT, also estimated that 90% of the rooms for the upcoming 2016 summer season have already been booked in some parts of the Balearic Islands. These figures show that tourism is still rapidly increasing in Palma and the Balearic Islands, and therefore is definitely still a need for more accommodation. One of the main reasons for the continued increase in tourism is the recent terrorist attacks in previously popular holiday spots like Turkey and North Africa. Tourists are not feeling safe about going to these spots anymore and thus are looking for safer alternatives like the Balearic Islands.
This sounds like an expansive development. Rebecca, as a local, can you provide us on some insight with what it's like to be caught up in this industry?
Hi Ellie. A boost in tourism is not necessarily a good thing. Yes, tourism is a key part of our lives and it has great advantages for the community, but because of the popularity and demand for our island, it is going to be loved to death. Look at places like Venice and the Taj Mahal. They are so popular and have so many visitors each year. It's destroying what attracted people to them in the first place. If we have too many tourists, we will lose the appeal that draws people to us to begin with, a laid-back, sunny beach holiday. The proposed development will bring this overcrowding and cause more problems than advantages.
There has been a number of news reports recently released regarding the rapid increase in graffiti art around the city. This has prompted backlash from locals in response to the growing tourism industry within the area. How would you combat this backlash, Lauren?
Yes, recently there has been some anger and annoyance from the locals. However, something the locals are forgetting is that tourism plays a massive part in their local economy. Once an economy becomes dependent on tourism, any drop in the tourism market can have devastating effects. So a decrease in tourism will not solve their problems. To create Palma into a sustainable tourism destination, the focus must be shifted to improving the relationship between tourists and locals. This is the key reason why our resort will be different. We hope that by immersing our guests in the local culture and allowing them to build relationships with the local people, this will create a more appreciation and respect for the local community. The creation of this relationship will hopefully create more positive perceptions in the minds of the residents as they see the tourists wanting to engage and learn about their local culture. The hotel will also partner with many local tour companies and historical sites around the island to further connect our guests with the local community and also give our guests an authentic experience.
So Rebecca, what does this then mean for the 17th century chapel? Surely this heritage structure holds great significance for the local residents.
Absolutely. The chapel is beloved in the community and is a cultural landmark for Palma. It is irreplaceable, and destroying it would be destroying the history of our town. Not only this, but the heritage sites are being moved, another big loss for our community. The resort development is proposed for a largely residential area, which will have a great impact on the local residents. They lose their culture and have major disruptions in their lives, not only during development but afterwards. The new influx of tourists alone will change the lives of these residents and make it a busy area. And this influx will create the need for small shops and businesses that do not currently exist. This will lead to more disruptions when they are constructed, more crowds, and change of life for the residents here.
Hang on there a second, Beck. Yes, this development will have a lot of disruption, but it will also bring the town so much economic benefit. The current unemployment rate in the Ballarat Islands is 10.6%, which is the highest in the whole country. So even despite the massive increase in tourism in the recent years, the local community is still not benefiting enough. According to a data labour force survey conducted in 2015, the occupational groups with the highest job seekers included cleaners and assistants in offices and hotels, kitchen assistants and construction workers. This is perfect because many of the local community are already well trained in the jobs that are required by the hotel and the construction of the hotel, maximising the amount of locals we'll be able to employ. By employing from the local community, this will put money back into the local economy and also increase the support from the local community.
Hang on, this development is run by an international development company. So will the incomes actually be channeled back into the local economy?
Yes, it is. The developers are from Copeland Development, a large international company who created resorts around the world. Resorts that do not channel the income from the destination back into the local community. How are we going to benefit from a resort that will bring more people, more disruption, and then we get little income in return? We may have a few more jobs during construction and running over the resort, but nothing compared to what Copeland Development will make.
Yes, the hotel will be run by an international hotel chain. However, this also means the hotel will have access to much more funds and resources than a local operator. The hotel will do as much as possible to connect with the local businesses and the community to make the guest experience authentic, and also provides lots of employment and economic benefit for the local community.
So ladies, what about in terms of the fragile ecosystem and environment? How will the development impact this?
It will have such a significant impact. I've seen many news reports over the years about the development of our beautiful coastlines in Spain. Because we come from such traditional societies and our populations are not that high, our fragile natural coastlines do not deal with extensive development and occupation. This will happen in Palma if we're not careful. We are valued and admired for our gorgeous natural environment, so what will happen when the developments and masses of tourists destroy us? What about the pollution of our water and the litter from the large amounts of people here? And not only our environment here in Palma, what about the carbon emissions from airplanes and cars from the increased travel here?
What is most important in this discussion is the social and economic benefits this will bring to the local community. A tourism destination will start to decline if the residents start becoming angry and not welcoming to the tourists, and we're starting to see this in Palma. However, the solution is not to stop tourism. The solution is to make the benefits outweigh the negatives. Our new resort will help cut local employment, create a positive relationship between the locals and the residents, support local businesses, and allow our guests to be immersed in the local culture. This will hopefully also start a new trend where Palma is more than just a beach destination, and give it another avenue of tourism, cultural tourism, which will be more beneficial to the destination's triple bottom line.
Well ladies, unfortunately we'll have to leave it there for today as we're running out of time. You've both raised some excellent points. We can see that Palma is already a major tourism destination, and whilst the development of a new tourism precinct would help further accommodate for the growing demand, Rebecca has highlighted that the history that would be lost and the huge economic environmental damages that would come as a cost to this development. Thank you for joining us on the program tonight, and thank you to developer Lauren Tate and Palma local resident Rebecca Martin. Good night.